A warm welcome, my highly appreciated beginners. Before we start, one frequently asked question is, Christian, can we get sheet music for this? And I do care for you. Yes, you can. It's now finished. From video 1 to 7. If you want more information, go to the end of the video for more information on why I care and what it looks like and what it smells like. Let's start with the lesson 8 bar. Let's do it. We like different forms, we like diversity. Today's diversity. We learn the 8 bar form. It's the second most important form after the 12 bar. And as you might have guessed, it has 9 bars. No, just kidding. It has 8 bars because it's called the 8 bar form. Let's have a look what it is. We start with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And second bar C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 bars F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 bar C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G7, 1 and 2. 1 bar C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and very often 1 bar G7 in the end. That is the 8 bar form. Of course, there are different 8 bar forms. You can fill these 8 bars also much simpler or much harder, but this is one of the standards. And we will also have a look at the so-called major blues scale, because this is what can be used very nicely with this form. And we'll learn a little piece in this tutorial along the 8 bar form using the sound material that I will show you from the major blues scale. And it goes like this, and I will also tell you how to learn best. I give you a little bit of hints how to economize your brain function. And we all love that. We all love to be able to watch Netflix on the side and playing chess with simultaneously against 200 people. So what we're going to do is I show you something. That's it. How to go about it? Well, first of all, of course, when you play this, so you learn already, it's already quite a popular little figure. We have that very often also in advanced blues or piano. Here. Recognize it? Of course not. It was too fast. Now let's have a look at in slow at these elements. Start learning with me. What is this? You as beginners should learn straight from the start to recognize this and to put this in a category and see, it's the C chord with the 2 thirds here. And now I will also at this point show to you the major blues scale. We start blues scale. We start from here. You see these notes I played? Now if we add this one here, this one, and very important, the major 6 here. Learn these intervals, internalize these intervals. You will be much faster and you will just overtake the better ones in about 2-3 weeks time. So it's a different sound than the minor blues scale which you learned up to now. Listen. Minor blues scale. Major blues scale. Can you figure that it's a little bit happier because we play the major third and the major sixth? And so in this first thing we have already a part of it. And it's also the minor third, the major third of the C chord in which we are. We are in C7 and the G. Remember that? Minor third, major third, fifth, the G. Now we do something out of the extraordinary. That just sounds great, so you don't click away to other tutorials. I have to offer you a little bit of ham and nice mustard with it. What is that? So this is easier. It's minor third, major third, da da da, and just in eighth notes. You know, eighth notes, remember? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, eighth notes. Now we go with this one. Very easy in your hand. You have just the thumb here on the B and the E flat, 1 and 3 on these two fellas. And look what we do. We go to we are in C. What do we have here? You tell me. It's the minor 7, and here we have, you remember the blues scale, the major blues scale? Hey, here you go. It's the so-called either the major second, you can also, and very often it's also called the major 9, because the major second is identical to the major 9. It depends really on what book you're reading about it. They use it both as the second or the 9. It's just a term for the same thing. So what is this doing here? And here I'll show you already a great sound. We want to go from here to here. And it's called chromatic. Chromatic means going a half step. The chromatic scale, don't have to remember that one, not that important. Still, it's using every half, all notes. If you go all notes down, we play the chromatic scale, but without exception. So here we go down chromatically from the root of the major third, half tone step down each of them, and we reach really nicely here. Why can we do this? Why can we put this remote, this note that is not in the scale? Why can we use it? Because it's just passing by. Very important to remember for you. If there's no emphasis on the wrong notes, the wrong notes, then we're just passing by to hit the right target notes. We do that all the time. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And here's the emphasis. You see, it doesn't sound wrong. Quite the contrary, it sounds great, marvelous. So now, okay, we have the thing in C. I again repeat it. And we also use what you learned in my first lessons, syncopation, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so this is coming together with the G. Now we have 2 bars managed. Now comes this, and mark my words. When you learn the structures, you have an advantage now. So, haha. We are in F now, righty? So, what is this? What is the same from what I do in F than what I did in C? Right, it's minor third, major third, fifth. They are the same. Relatively the same, just it's the same structure, okay? So, you make a cross A. C and F, same structure. You don't have to remember 3 different notes. Just remember same structure. Minor third, major third, 5. And only the last bit is different. So okay, again, here we had and different. Here we have the same. And here we go. We use the C the D, and the E flat. The rhythm is the same, it's the same counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and how do you remember this easiest? Righty, it's the F7 chord. And we have the 7, the minor 7 here, the major third here. It's also a structure you can remember. Okay? Now, we have 2 bars in F managed. Now we go to C again. And a little bit. And here we have something different. And here we remember the major blues scale on C. Yes, so what do we do now? It's almost the complete, no, it is, except of the this one here, which we do not play, it is almost the complete major blues scale, but just starting from here. Easy to remember. You don't remember 5 notes, you can, but you can also just remember, it's the blues scale, the major blues scale without the E flat. So. And here we have the same mechanism. We want to go from here to the upcoming G7 chord. Remember what this is called? Right. Chromatic step. Chromatic step. Do you know where the term chromatic comes from? It comes from the Greek, I think it's chroma. Chroma means color. It's a colorful scale. It has all colors in it. And I think if you have this metal on your cars or bikes, superpower bikes or monster trucks, you also call it chrome, right? Because it reflects all colors. That's why it's called chrome. So, was a little bit off topic, but hey, it's blues. And it's just 8 notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 chromatic and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 syncopations. Here, major blues scale, chromatic. So we have 2 chromatic things here and here. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, and now the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Can you see this? The last 2 C bars, we are now here. Minor third, major third. We know that from the beginning, but here we don't play the G, we go up to the C. G and 3 and 4 and okay. Now I play it again one more time slow, and you try to remember all the little helpers I showed you. Like C chord, F chord, like pattern. I know this. Try to follow the elements. Try to look ahead and say, now is coming the chromatic stuff. Now is coming the blah, 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 blah. And now is coming the and. Here we go. See? One more time. Look, remember, internalize. Pattern, chromatic. Look ahead, you have a break now. Here. You have a lot of air now. You can look ahead. Look what is coming. This is coming. This now. You have a lot of time to think about life, but you can also look ahead to F. Here. You have a lot of time. You have to look at what is coming. You are here. No, here. You know what's coming. Don't drive off with your thoughts. This is coming here. So you're interested in my sheet music, and that's a good point, because there's finger settings, it has 21 pages, there is so much in it that makes you become better, and I care for you, but you must also care for me, because caring is a reciprocal thing. You will also support my channel with it, so even if you cannot read a single note, you're gonna buy it as well, because you support me that way. And it's cheap. It's really cheap. It's cheaper than, let's say, 10 vegan cookies at your local cafe. So, go down there to my shop, go into the search field and say like, Blues Piano for Beginners. Thanks so much for buying it. You won't regret it. Bye bye. See you in my next tutorial.